hardest financial problem is not becoming rich, it is becoming stable. Getting rich is glamorous, it makes headlines, it sells courses. Escaping low income is quiet, technical, and brutally practical, and most people approach it the wrong way. Low income is not simply a small paycheck. It is a self-reinforcing system. If you want to escape it, you do not need motivation. You need leverage. Low income persists because of 5 reinforcing loops: mental overload, emotional spending, capped earning power, environmental pressure, and negative compounding. If you break those loops in the correct order, income rises naturally. If you ignore them, effort alone will exhaust you. This is not about working harder. It is about changing the structure you operate inside. 1. Mental overload, the bandwidth problem. When money is tight, your brain narrows. Every bill feels urgent. Every expense feels threatening. Every decision carries weight. That constant pressure consumes cognitive capacity. You are not thinking about 5-year plans. You are solving tonight. This is why advice like just invest or just start a business fails for most people. Strategy requires bandwidth. Scarcity reduces it. So the first objective is not wealth, it is stabilization. You need a buffer. Not to impress anyone. Not to post online. A private reserve that absorbs friction. $500 is a start. 1,000 is better. The number is less important than the function. The function is this: when something breaks, you do not panic. Panic is expensive. Calm is efficient. When emergencies stop hijacking your attention, your decision quality improves, and better decisions compound. 2. Emotional spending, the relief cycle. Low income is psychologically exhausting. When progress feels slow, the brain looks for relief. Consumption becomes therapy. A purchase delivers a short spike of control, status, or reward. For a moment, you feel ahead instead of behind. But relief spending trades future stability for present emotion. The high fades. The obligation remains. This is not a discipline problem, it is a coping mechanism. To escape low income, you must separate spending from identity. You are not your shoes. You are not your phone. You are not your car. The long game requires delayed validation. For a defined season, you redirect reward toward accumulation. Watching your net worth grow becomes the win. Paying off debt becomes the win. This is not permanent deprivation. It is strategic restraint. You are building capacity. 3. Capped income. Most people are paid for hours. Hours are finite. That means income has a ceiling. When you are stuck trading time for money, working more produces incremental results. It does not produce escape. Meanwhile, costs rise quietly. Rent increases. Insurance increases. Food increases. If your income grows slowly while expenses adjust quickly, you remain pinned. So the objective shifts. Stop asking, how can I work more? Start asking, how can I become harder to replace? Income scales when value scales. Value scales when skills combine. You do not need to be world-class at one thing. You need to be competent at 2 or 3 complementary things. Technical skill plus communication. Trade skill plus sales. Operations plus digital literacy. When you stack skills, you stop competing on labor alone. You begin competing on capability. Capability commands higher pay and greater flexibility. That is how income detaches from pure hours. 4. Environmental pressure. The influence effect behavior is contagious. If everyone around you normalizes debt, upgrades, and complaints, you will unconsciously mirror it. This is not weakness, it is biology. Humans adapt to their environment. If your circle reinforces short-term thinking, escaping low income becomes exponentially harder. You do not need to abandon people, but you must curate input. Limit exposure to voices that normalize stagnation. Increase exposure to voices that model discipline, ownership, and strategic patience. Books count. Podcasts count. Mentors count. You may not control your zip code immediately. You do control what enters your mind. Over time, your standards rise to match your inputs. 5. Negative compounding, the silent drain, the final trap is mathematical. Debt compounds against you. High interest balances grow silently. Fees accumulate. Minimum payments stall progress. When you are paying double-digit interest, the math is hostile. Before investing aggressively, eliminate high-interest debt. Remove the drag. Then reverse the equation. Once you begin owning productive assets, even small ones, compounding shifts direction. At first it looks insignificant. Then it becomes noticeable. Then it becomes powerful. The goal is simple. Move from paying interest to earning it. That transition marks the beginning of financial momentum. Escaping low income follows a sequence. Stabilize, upgrade, compound. Stabilize with a buffer and controlled expenses. Upgrade your earning power through skill stacking and value creation. Compound by acquiring assets and eliminating drag. Skip the order and you stall. Respect the order and progress accelerates.